Welcome, warriors. Welcome. Can you believe it? We are back and we are beginning season 3. Oh my goodness, this was a dream when I started, and here we are. And I'm so grateful that you are choosing to stick around or join us if you're brand new. Welcome. And I invite you to go back and listen to the episodes, share them with others that you think they would benefit too. And most importantly, thank you for coming along for the journey. Thank you for being excited to dig into conversations that help us amplify the wellness warrior within. There are really big things happening in our collective, and I owe it all to you. I owe it all to each and every one of you. I want to start with some of the things that you can expect in this upcoming season. Number 1, we are focusing on hearts, all things of the heart, all matters of the heart, and all things that have to relate to the wellness that will contribute to a healthy heart. And so stay tuned. We've got really amazing humans. A little sneak peek. We've got Megan Stimmel. She is a holistic hypnotherapist, and she actually performed heart math with me. And so we got to dig through some of my testing results, and really excited for you to learn more. And she truly is an energetic alignment coach. And I also got to bring in and interview a dear friend, Beth James, CEO and founder of Barefoot Free and Yoga. And you guys, her events have been game-changing for so many. And I feel blessed that I've been able to bring our body of work, our community, and my own personal body of work, both alongside of her and within events that she hosts. So you're definitely going to want to tap into that episode. And there are even more coming. So definitely get ready. Put your seatbelts on, homies. Put your seatbelts on, okay? And you can see I'm actually wearing one of our new pieces of apparel that you can find in the store. If you have yet to shop in the store, Black Friday is coming up, so stay tuned. And there are such reasonable prices, and they are curated to allow us to live into our purpose. So I invite you, go take a peek. In fact, there's a really beautiful post about this particular warrior sweatshirt that had beautiful alignment and great meaning for me and my son's most recent season as a football player. It was unexpected. I call them miracle moments, and it definitely was a miracle moment for me. So you can find a post on social media. You can find that both on the Wellness Warrior Collective or my personal Instagram, Lindsaya_com. And so you guys, we've got lots of new stuff there. Number 1, the book in which our daily self-love practice is actually on the store. You can order it through the Wellness Warrior Collective. I got the honor of being a featured artist, or author rather, and our practice was spotlighted. And I feel so blessed. We're still circling up 5 days a week for our daily self-love circle. Every Friday is now allocated to our daily self-love practice specifically. And the companion journal is right there on the store. So you can do this practice at home. You can build the proficiency of all that you are worthy of, because baby, you have always been so worthy. I know I didn't believe it either. And then as I really put in time and practice consistently, I have come to understand that I, like you, have always been and were born worthy. We even have a sweatshirt that says worthy. So if you're ready to wear your worth forward facing and remind others of their worth too, I invite you. And they are unisex. So yes, you can wear them if you're a boy, you can wear them if a girl, you can wear them however you identify. You get to wear your truth right there. And we have a whole new collection that's actually coming out. And it has to do with something that is my personal walk with faith too. So I hope that you'll continue to join us. We also have it is an exclusive opportunity to get a cork yoga mat. It is direct from Spain. It is non-toxic, antimicrobial. Truly, it is luxury. And we have the great opportunity to provide that for all of our warriors. So if you are in the U.S. territory, make sure you head on over to the website and grab yourself or grab someone you know and love the gift of a non-toxic yoga mat. You guys, when we are doing that deep breathing in yoga and we're laying, face to face with our mat and sweating and allowing for the water to also of our sweat to hit our mat, we are breathing in whatever that mat is made of. So it does matter what mat you're using. And you know that I care so deeply about my exposure to toxins. And so I was super excited when a personal friend who was able to import these directly, came to me and shared with me her dream. So it's another thing you'll find. You'll also find our Walking Warriors hat. We've got more hats. I wish I would have brought it in with me. You're going to see our warrior hats. We have also these new cute, worthy of love stickers. So you can place them anywhere that you would like. And if you join our new app, we actually send you out, if you fill out the address form, we will send you out as a token of our appreciation for being one of our founding members, a free sticker as a thank you, and even a handwritten note from me. So make sure that you join the app, and then you'll see in your inbox where you get an opportunity to be a founding member and receive a free gift from us as a thank you, a deep thank you for being an incredible warrior who is walking in the way of uniting with others in community. And there have been some changes in the Daily Self-Love Circle, which if you have yet to join us, that happens every single weekday, beginning at 7:50. Hand raising, so it's an interactive virtual space, meaning you can actually come on and participate. And if you join the room within the first 30 minutes, there is an open invitation. In fact, there's a deep desire in me that you come and join. And I promise the fellow flock family, as we call ourselves, they want to hear from you too. And so Monday through Thursday, we dive into a different topic to discuss ways in which we can amplify, gain awareness, even to put into practice our self-love so that we can ensure our cup is filled. And as many have now said before me, so that there's overflow into the saucer where we can allow others to drink. And so this ability to fill our cup so that we can be the full human being we were meant to be and the entire love essence that I believe is the most helpful, the most abundant, and truly the most godly. And so come join us. It's an open invitation. You can find all the information on the website. And I hope that I get to practice some self-love alongside of you. It would make my heart so, so, so happy. And you guys, there are some other things, free opportunities. If you're someone who likes to read, we read over 10 books collectively last year, and it's only the beginning. And so come read with us. Thursday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we meet virtually. And what I love about our book club, the Collective Book Club, is that it's shame-free. If you didn't get to all the reading, maybe you're not even reading, maybe you're only listening. Every single way in which you show up is more than appropriate. There's a summary provided every single week. And then we propose a question or two so that we can get into dialogue. And I always say it is like amplified Cliff Notes because you get to learn through the wisdom and the lens of those that surround you. And oh my goodness, have the books have been expanded for me. And I know they'll be expanded for you. So it's free to join. You can jump in at any time. There's no expectation that you started out in chapter 1 with us. Right now, we are on Start With Why, which is by Simon Sinek, one of my favored leaders when it comes to personal insight and also some public speaking. So this podcast was actually developed off of the concept that I learned through Talk Like TED and also my ambition to be on a TED stage here shortly. So definitely, if you are of the praying type, pray for that for me, that I get to stand in that red dot when time is aligned and it is meant for me. And we also are doing, again, we're in the winter months here in Michigan, so we're back in the wild for cold plunges, and we'd love to plunge with you. Yes, you can even fly in. In fact, this week we have some people coming from Canada, some fellow warriors coming from Canada to join in, because this is the week where I'm recording this. We have our November edition. And what I love is that we have partnered with Sisu Mobile Sauna. And so we now not only have the ability to go plunging into the Huron River right in Proud Lake Recreation Area, which is sacred land for me. You'll also hear during Beth James's episode that that's where the yoga festival is hosted annually. In addition to that, you can come out of that cold water and go warm your body, and you can do some contrast therapy going back and forth, which has been a lot of fun. And I hope you join us if you are near or far. Come on in if you need any accommodation recommendations or any questions regarding travel. Please reach out to me personally, and you can always connect to our community. We have a phone number you can call. You can chat with us via our website, or you can reach out via text or DM. So we are easy, or email too. So really, any way that suits you, we would love to be of support in ensuring that you get to come join us for any event that we do. And I've been so lucky. And if you know someone that would benefit, oh, you know my journey with Explant and self-love. And so definitely have a space for our children, especially of those teenage years, those formative years. That's when I was diagnosed with body dysmorphia. And if you know a institution, a school, a experience, an event where I would be able to come and really help enlighten the next generation, I would love the referral and the recommendation. I've had a lot of fun being able to host both sound bath self-love ceremonies and also self-love and even soulful branding, public speaking opportunities and trainings. And so if there's anybody that you know that could benefit and you think Lindsay is the girl to do the job, please consider me, and I would be forever grateful for you to continue helping my dreams come to fruition and also to ensure that I'm being able and permitted to do the work God sent me here to do and to remind the next generation, our generation, any generation, that we were born worthy, that we are more than enough. And I'm excited because I've spent over 15 years learning how to ensure that my message is in alignment with my delivery. So I would appreciate it. And thank you, warriors, in advance for thinking of me. And the last thing I really want to say when it comes to, and I'm also going to drop a wellness tip this week, because what is a Wellness Warrior podcast without a little bit of information or education that helps us amplify our wellness? And so the only other thing that I really want to invite everyone to know and to see is available for them too, is that we have 9 live opportunities every single week. The Daily Self-Love Circle has been happening for nearly 4 years. We're coming up on our 4-year anniversary. We also have other live experiences. So we have our Wellness Wednesday. That's a lunch and learn at noon. And if you like the wellness tips, you're going to want to come in there because that's where you get to interact live in person. You can ask your questions, where we ask you and invite you to contribute. And so again, that's another opportunity to be in circle. We also have one of our beautiful leaders, Ezra, who guides us. And I believe he's episode 2 or 3. You can go back and find him on this podcast as well. And Shameless Conversations has actually evolved to Shameless Transformation. And so Saturday mornings at 8 a.m., it's another beautiful opportunity. Sarah's still hosting yoga on Zoom. So Tuesdays at 6 a.m. is a great way where you can join in and move your body from anywhere in the world. And so make sure you tap into that beautiful opportunity too. And again, I want to welcome you to season 3. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you for the continued sharing. And please subscribe here and leave a review. Reviews are everything, you guys. Reviews are everything. They are what, many would say are the tip in the tip jar, where you don't have to spend anything outside of your sweet time, which often only is a minute or 2. And it makes a big difference for entrepreneurs like me and for missions like our Wellness Warrior Collective. And so in advance, thank you. You already have all left so many reviews. And if you have yet to leave a review, we would ask, please do a review on the app, a review for the podcast. Each one of those, or a Google review, each one of those will benefit us greatly. In fact, even a Facebook page review is very beneficial. So in advance, thank you. And so I want to touch on something I actually posted this morning. Lots of conversation as we obviously moved through a recent election, and lots of conversation around what we have as an upcoming opportunity, a real stake to claim in the MAHA movement. If you know me, making America healthy again is something that I am all in with. And I really couldn't care less who's at the front of the mission as long as it's happening. Like, I simply desire to have someone follow through and ensure that the food on our shelves is healthier for me and my family and for each and every one of you. And so I want to share, because I shared this in an Instagram post, both from my public page, my public Facebook page, and it also was shared in our private Facebook group. And that's called Wellness Warriors, if you'd like to come join us there. Although you're going to see that more of our conversation starts to take place on our personal app, because there has been some censorship even in those chats, something that I even as the admin, I'm unable to shift or change. I don't even get an explanation. They just Meta chooses to do what they want. And so we are that is unfavorable. Let me say it that way. It's unfavorable to be silenced. Okay. So we're ensuring that our First Amendment is upheld, and our app will ensure that is the way. And what I talked about today is greenwashing. And it's something that happens abundantly. And because we're talking about heart and heart health so much, I'm going to use the analogy of, if you look on a box of Cheerios, you'll see a little American Heart Association approval down in the corner, which is a complete fabrication. It is using the truth about a study regarding oats and how oats can be heart healthy. And it misappropriates that because that's an ingredient in the ingredient portfolio of those Cheerios. And so they lie and say that that's a heart healthy breakfast, and it's anything but. And in fact, go visit Wellness Warrior Collective. You'll see where I recently protested at the headquarters of Kellogg's right here in Battle Creek, right here in Michigan, because the discrepancy between what is allowed in the ingredient portfolio of the foods that we eat here in the US nation versus what those exact same companies actually make and then send to other countries is disheartening, to say the least. And so with over 400,000 signatures signed, over 1,000 of us that showed up to protest, we still were declined access to delivering those petitions. However, there's now a global call to boycott Kellogg's until they make the changes, because our ingredient portfolio should be the same as that of Canada or that of any European nation or any other nation that has stricter guidelines. And so I'm really excited for this opportunity that we see coming forth, where this is going to be a real priority, or is said to be a real priority in the MAHA movement. And it's something that I pray is followed through. I know the only way we'll know is as we walk through. It's hearsay because it's in front of us, and we'll only be able to celebrate once it has, been completed. However, I do have great hope because we have someone who's very well informed at the front of the initiative. And so today I talked about greenwashing because a lot of companies do it. They change their labels. Again, as someone who has a huge amount of experience when it comes to marketing, I know the marketing ploys that are used to ensure that people like you and me are more likely to choose that off the shelf or make that purchase or even think that it's a safer option. And so I invite you to really consider, and this is something that I have helped in all of my one-on-one health coaching that I've ever done, in all of our programs that we've ever participated or had participants in. I always share these two apps, and also the way in which I invite you to start with this personal assessment. So the way that we can ensure that we're eating cleaner ingredients is that as we make our grocery list every week, I always invite people, whatever you have run out of, replace with something healthier, a cleaner version of that same product or that same item. Because I know the overhaul, especially with grocery prices as they have been, are really often outside of the budget. And so when we do this incrementally, we're able to create new habits, new brand recognition, because we come to identify the brands that are better. And the way that I invite you to do that is to use either the Environmental Working Groups app, it's called the Healthy Living app, or to use the app Think Dirty. And if you know of any other apps, feel free to drop them below this episode, and others will be able to see. If there are other apps you're using to discern, a lot of them you can scan a barcode or you type in a product name, and then they have a rating. And so as you choose to purchase things that have the highest rating of cleanliness, you're making a difference. You're making a difference in the lives of you and your loved ones, and you're voting with your dollars, which matters more than anything. In fact, consumer purchasing will actually change a company's manufacturing faster than regulatory actions can take charge, because it's a much longer process when you have to change regulations. However, consumers can ensure our voices are heard and changes are made much more rapidly by voting with their dollars. And so if you make a shift only for those items on your grocery list every week, before you know it, in a few short months, typically, you're going to have a whole new set of items within your kitchen or your bath or your laundry. And every little bit will matter for your health and, again, the health of everybody. So I invite you to use those apps and ensure that you are using safer products for you. And also so that we get to step away from the idea that we must believe what they put on the front of a box, because the reality is it is all marketing and it is very rarely telling the full truth. They'll use words like clean and natural, which have zero federal regulation. Anybody can say those things. So we really want to look at things that are federally regulated and they are mandated to meet certain expectations, certain standards before they can use that labeling. And I wanted to invite all warriors as we move through this holiday season, this infamous flu season, which really means that we are seeing more people than we normally do. We're interacting more, we're exchanging more food, and we're eating more sweets, which every time we have sugar, we're seeing a drop in our immune function for up to 5 hours. And so think about that. If you have something sweet for breakfast, something sweet at lunch, you've essentially lowered your immune function all day. And yet they have convinced us that this is a season rather than the reality that we have multiple holidays where we eat way more sugar than we normally do. So it is now a great opportunity to exchange some of those items so that we're reducing our toxic load and we're able to mitigate maybe some of that lowered immune function from having some of those more sugary foods. And until next episode, again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If no one has told you today, I absolutely love you. You are so important in this mission, and I couldn't do it without you, and our community wouldn't be able to do it without each and every one of you who choose to show up and to participate in the collective so that we all get to grow from the wisdom that lives within you, the wisdom I get to share too, and all of these beautiful guests we're going to have coming up on this season, season 3 of the Wellness Warrior podcast. Again, remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment, friends. Yes, warriors. I'm not going to beg you, but I am going to request. If you love us, please do. I hope you're having a magnificent end to your 2024, and I look forward to stepping in bravely, boldly, and in a really robust and healthy way to 2025 too. Sending love and light, warriors. Talk to you soon.